Right here, look at that. That's a 70 quart ice chest. Still sitting there at 14. There's a ton of them. All this fish, all this perch. I'm not seeing your jig. There he is. He's coming. He's coming. Got him. Ease him over in here. A good one. Catching some slabs. All right, we're down here. It is, what's the date? The 1st?
Yeah, today's 1st.
All right, it's July the 1st. We're down here on the Ouachita River. I got old Noah over here. He might be in some of the future videos if we let him hang around very long. He's supposed to marry my daughter here in a few days, about a month. So we'll see how that goes. 14 now. Yep, you're on them right there. He's coming. Okay. Nice black crappie if you don't throw him back. Pretty one. Thick, ain't they?
Yeah.
Good eaters. Catching these perch today, we're gonna be throwing the Charlie Brewer sliders again. We're casting and this water's shallow in these river sloughs. The river's dropped down nearly to pool stage. Still got a lot of current in the river right now, but these sloughs off the river, these perch are gonna go in them sloughs to get out of that current. And there's a ton of bait in here. They up in here feeding. These fish are in about 3 to 5 foot of water. So casting, we're gonna use these sliders because you can keep them up a little bit better, and these fish are chasing. So we're gonna show y'all a little bit of this action. I lost you. Reel up and hit that one at 60. Got him?
You get a net for that one?
Yeah, probably. That's a good one. Hit him. Pretty good one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Slabs, Ouachita River slabs.
From the live well?
Yeah. Right on too. Yep. That's a haul, good. Big old black crappie, Ouachita River. Slabs. That's what we're using right there. We're using pink head number 2 hooks. Charlie Brewer slider. I make these jigs myself, but the Charlie Brewer slider in chartreuse with an orange tail and June bug with a chartreuse tail. That's a slab. Slab with a black stripe. Look at this. Caught one of these up there in on Lake Ouachita. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit about our settings. This is about as tough a fishing as you're gonna have as far as water clarity and stuff. It's muddy, the river's dropping out right now, but you got a lot of trash fish and bait and stuff in the water, and I'm gonna show y'all what we had to set everything on to fish this way down here. Show you a little bit about our setup, a little more about our unit, our Garmin unit, and what we're working with. All right, so our unit is a 126 SV. It's a good unit. It's touchscreen, 12-inch. It's got a pretty good selection of stuff that you can add to this unit. I don't even use the depth finder because you got your depth right here on the Livescope setting. So we're fishing for crappie, so I'm going to show you all of our settings. The 12-inch, we've got it mounted down here on a round mount. This right here is just for us filming, but we've got a nice round mount down here. This is a touchscreen unit. The only thing I don't like about this unit is we have trouble with the glare on it with filming when the sun's out. We got the umbrella over it right now, fishing and shooting this because it's 102 degrees today. But I'm going to show you my settings on here. Normally fishing in a lake or something, we run this at about 19 foot because it's a lot of 14, 15, 16, 20 foot of water. Down here, to help see our jig in this muddy water and stuff, we'll run this about 10 or 12 foot. So we're looking at about the upper half of the screen. I don't like it any smaller than that, so we run it down to about 10 or 12 foot of water. And this is basically the only place that we do this, because you can see right here, we're fishing in like 6 foot of water right here. We've got it spot locked right now. But I'll go over our settings and show you what we had today. There's still, you can see a lot of trash in the water. You can see this bait up here. You can see some fish moving around, but you're able to see the perch and pick them out and somewhat find your jig in this. And I'll just show you what we got. We fishing our range at 35. We fish that way most of the time. We cast a lot, so we do look sometimes out to 50, but in these, we're in the river bottom now, and we're in a slough off of the Ouachita River. And in these sloughs and stuff, there's just no need in fishing out over 35 foot. So we blow this screen up as big as possible by going to 35 and fishing like that. We're normally hitting these fish at anywhere from 10 to 20, 22 foot out with our jigs casting. So I'll go to menu here and show you, we've got our gain today set on 50. That varies a little bit from time to time. Our depth range is at 11. Like I said, forward's 35. We got our sonar setup right here, and that's where most of our settings are going to be. So if you go to sonar setup, go up here to appearance, you can see right here our color gain, and this is a big one. Default's like 60. We run this on 90. Y'all can see right here we're running on our color scheme, we're running black emerald, and that's mainly for filming because it shows up better on film. Otherwise, we used to run amber a lot. Trails are off. Grid overlay, we got that on, and that way we can, you know, it kind of helps us on the distance. You got these lines, so it's kind of personal preference there. We'll go back, come to our noise reject and TVG. So this is the two big ones right here for everybody. Noise reject and TVG, we're running both of them on high. You say, well, that's crazy because I run one of them off or whatever. Yeah, we do run them different in clear water, but right now we're running both of them on high. And the reason we're doing that, if you look over here and you change TVG to low, you'll go to getting a lot more of the bait and clutter and stuff like that, and you can't pick your jig out in this because there's a lot of contaminants in this water down here. So, or even off, and you can see up here you go to running into a lot of stuff and your ghost tree up here and all that. So we'll go back to high on that. Now we'll go back over here and we'll go to noise reject. Another big one. If you go to low on this, look what just happened. We got junk going everywhere. Everything's moving too fast. You wouldn't be able to see your jig. And it's, you know, we got gar in here and buffalo and carp and stuff running around in here and shad and bait. And in our perch, we're trying to pick them out. So, and if you go off on this, we'll go off, you can see everything just gets crazy. And I can tell right here, there's a perch right here where my thumb is. But if we go to high over here, now look at him. You see how he pops out there? He's going down right there. That's a perch right there. You know, and this may be a perch or two up here. Looks like it may be, could be a gar. But now you can see everything cleaned up. All right, y'all can see right here on our gain, we were running 50 down here in this muddy water. And I'll show you real quick. We'll run this down to about 42. And you can still see the fish good, but we were having trouble seeing our jig. So we want to come up to right before it starts getting fuzzy. And now you can see I'm at 55, and we've got all this fuzz in here, and that makes it hard for us to see our jig. So we'll just run that gain down to about 50. And now at our color gain on 90, this is plenty bright enough to see even with shades on and see on video. All right, I got one more tip on this Livescope setup for y'all. Especially if you're casting, I want to show y'all something we do. I know how the Livescope transducer is supposed to be set up, but the problem is if you set it up like that in this shallow water and you're casting out there 20-25 foot, you're not going to see your jig till it gets about 2 to 3 foot down. Well, a lot of our fish today, you can see they're suspended at 2 and 3 foot. So we're having to see that jig immediately, keep it up above them to get them to bite. And I'm going to show you how I set my transducer. I actually moved it up 2 clicks today just for this shallow water. So normal setup on this side would be like this or like this, and we're moving it right there, 1 click above. Most of the time I run right there on this side, but we run it right there in this real shallow water so we can see our jig as soon as it hits the water. That's just a little tip I'm gonna give y'all, especially on casting when you're getting out away from the boat, to see that jig when it hits the water and keep it up there at 1 or 2 foot under the surface. Yeah, let's hit one of them right there. Them ought to bite. Get them. You got the better angle on that chunk to get out there. I think you're in there. Got him. Oh, you silly sucker. I'm sitting there looking at a giant one and this one comes up and bites. You know that's gonna happen. Let's make it count. Let's just put it in spot lock. Turn off all the... He missed. There we go. Not bad. That wasn't even the one you wanted to see, was it? You want to see the next one.
Oh.
Almost 2 o'clock. It's time to see the next one.
Getting too hot.
That's the one you wanted to see, wasn't it?
Beautiful fish I ever laid my eyes on.
You're so full of crap.
That'd be at least 10 pounds right there.
You don't want to start calling out, see if we can catch some big ones.
I don't think I'm ready to get 4 pounds of high sea.
Sound good?
Wherever air conditioning is.
All right, I'm gonna show y'all. We supposed to get out of here, but I'm gonna show y'all what we got in here today. Oh, Noah up there, he's a fish slayer. Let me show y'all what we got right here. That's 2 Louisiana limits. White and black crappie right here on the Ouachita River. That's getting them.